Sometimes it really blows my mind what kind of clips sell, but that's the beauty of it. So hello there, and today I want to introduce you to a little side hustle that takes a lot of patience, but is really rewarding. So let's talk about stock video. And I want to take a closer look at a website called Blackbox. So give me a minute and I'll tell you why. So first of all, if you have been thinking about setting up a side hustle that earns you a bit extra money on the side, then you're in the right place, because stock video is a pretty good option. You don't need to have really fancy equipment to start out with. You can just have a laptop that deals with decent programs and basically a phone. If you have a decent mirrorless or a DSLR camera, that's really good, but don't worry if you don't have one. Nowadays, most phones have 4K capabilities. Yes, the sensor, like the lens, isn't that good, but I'll show you some tips later on. One more thing before we get into this. You might be asking, like, why not stock photography? Why stock videography? Because in my opinion, stock photos suck. They suck money-wise, and there's no point in doing them. They only earn pennies. Like most of the time, your basic video clips sell from $10 to $100 a piece, and they sell multiple times, by the way. And most professional photos sell for like 10 cents a piece. So do videos, and talking of videos, let's get into this one. And let's talk about Blackbox. So why not some other famous stock video platform that you might have heard about, like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Envato Elements? Well, it's pretty simple. Blackbox uploads to all of them. Yes, it takes like a little commission, like 15% or something, but I'll explain you why this is a good thing, and actually it's for the best. So trust me, I've done the math and it actually checks out. Like, think about it. Blackbox lets you upload 300 clips per month. That's more than reasonable, and mostly most people won't upload that much. If you're gonna do the math, then it's about 75 clips per week. And if you think about all the editing, color grading, the keywording, metadata, it takes up a lot of your time, and I doubt everyone has that time. That's basically filming, going to the location, setting up your gear, editing, like stabilizing, color grading, cutting the video, and uploading, meaning you have to write the title, the description, the keywording, the tagging, all the metadata, and it takes up a lot of your time. So taking all of this into consideration, it's a pretty good deal, meaning that 15% commission fee. So when you get started with Blackbox, then you need to show your portfolio, if I remember correctly. So the people watching and the reviewers get a good idea on how good your videos are. My quick tip for this one is don't do like ultra cinematic shots. Stick to the basics. Do static shots with your phone or your camera if you have one. Stick to macro and simple things like traffic, close up of an ant on a tree leaf, or you doing some activities in front of the camera. Like showing, for example, I have some props here, Bitcoin coins. Why not? Make sure the colors are good, it's not shaky, and the light isn't like super bright, and trim your clips nicely. They should be around 5 to 60 seconds, but my sweet spot is usually around 15 seconds. Those are what sell the best, and you should do those too. So far, all of these clips I actually showed you on the screen are the clips that have sold on Blackbox, and I will show you more along the way. So you can see that they are actually pretty simple. There's not much like to them, so you can do it too. I know you can. So when you're good with all of that and you get inside of Blackbox, then please create a system for yourself. This will help you out so much. I remember when I started, I didn't have like an external drive, and I just downloaded all my videos on my desktop and did like separate folders. Everything was a complete mess, and it really gave me a headache. I couldn't find the videos that I needed to upload, and I didn't know which one was edited and which one wasn't. It's a headache. So just get yourself an external drive and create some folders, like raw film stuff, then edited stuff, then things that you have uploaded. Maybe you can create categories on what you do, like expressions of yourself, nature, close-ups, micro, whatever. And don't overdo it in the beginning, like the amount of videos that you create, you will just burn yourself out and there's no point. But for myself, I saw the number 300, and me being like this intense guy, I really like passive income and side hustles and everything else. I have different YouTube channels and doing this stock videography. I also have my own company. So yeah, I decided to go for the 300. And I've actually managed for the past year, but it's created a lot of stress and it has been difficult to say the least. But stock video is a numbers game, and the more you have quality stuff, then the more you earn. You don't have to worry about having like these super cinematic locations and things around. Just use what you have and where you are. You can film regular everyday stuff. For me, I filmed my girlfriend's dogs and we filmed everything that's lying around in the kitchen. For example, I just bought this weird crime scene tape or something, and I'm going to use it around some forests and the city because I saw that the market was unsaturated, meaning that there were really not so much videos out there of this crime scene tape, and the season is coming. Also, when you grow over time, I really strongly suggest you invest in a drone. This is a banger buy. Drone videos sell so much better, so it's a good investment. Also, in the long run, and what you should have in the beginning, what my camera is on right now, is a tripod. It's super useful. You can film yourself doing stuff and you don't need to put your camera on some pillows and hold it up with a duct tape or whatever. You just put it on a tripod. You can go into a forest, on some landscapes, in your home, whatever. So now that you know all this, what else? Well, the biggest mistake I have seen people make with stock video is that they quit too soon. They try for like 3 months and they see no earnings, thinking like this thing is it. But trust me, the sales are going to come in, and it usually takes around 3 to 4 months for the first sales to come in. Basically, the first clip that goes up, it takes around 2 weeks to go online. And actually, like the websites, I have done my research on this. They take around 2 to 3 months to put it in the right categories and to show it to the right people. So basically, if you film something today, like the summertime swimming, then it goes up to the right people around September when people don't swim anymore, and it starts selling the next year. So my small tip for this one is always include some evergreen content, like I'm showing you right now on the screen, like cutting some lemons, showing bitcoins, doing model things, filming stuff around your house, you name it. You can always film locations. These are not seasonal. And you might have some peculiar stuff lying around in your house. I'm not saying that you're like a kinky bastard, but maybe you are, and film those kinky things. So anyways, if you want to know more about all this stuff and how much I earn, what I do, what gear I use, you name it, then write it down in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch ya.